Hey everyone, and welcome. For those of you that might be new, my name is Valerie. So welcome to live yoga. I always start off trying to say that it is live, so it may or may not be perfect. Earlier today, my neighbors were, doing something upstairs, sounded like some sort of construction. So you may or may not hear that. Also, my husband Christian's in the next room, so you may or may not hear him on a work call. But yeah, I choose to do this live, even though it may or may not be perfect. It's just my way of showing up and supporting all of you. Just showing up every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the same time. Hi, Gloria. Oh, yay. Good morning, gorgeous goddess. Oh, good morning. Anybody that's new, please feel free to say hi and where you're joining from. Usually another one of my goals or my mission here is just to pump you full of lots of positive emotions. This is a particular interesting time we're going through. So my hope is just to bring a little bit of calm to the chaos and just to pump you full of positivity. So we usually start off with a light either breath work or meditation, and then we'll go into some yoga, and then we'll end with a Reiki meditation, which is just like a nice, calm, loving meditation. Oh, hey, Casey. It's my cousin. And we also have a theme every time, just to kind of keep an intention in our minds. So today's intention is, and the cards are also from Louise Hay, so please feel free to get these. I love them. So today's is, I am in the process of positive change. I am unfolding in fulfilling ways. Only good can come to me. I now express health, happiness, prosperity, and peace of mind. So I'm in the process of positive change. So I know that might seem kind of difficult at the moment, which is one of the reasons I did choose this, because I think just to try to think of this as more or less as part of the process, and we're all going through this together, and that you're now expressing health, happiness, prosperity, peace of mind. So when I was kind of reading this, the kind of meditation I thought of was something I had taught last week. It was the belly breathing, because that can help to bring a little bit of calmness, peace of mind. It helps us to breathe a little bit deeper into our diaphragm, and therefore it allows us to spread more nutrients throughout our body. It switches us from our sympathetic system into our parasympathetic system. So all this good stuff. So all you'll need for the meditation is you can either do it sitting up, but I do recommend doing it lying down. And I do recommend after you learn it to practice it. You can do it in the mornings or in the evenings, just to kind of start off your day. So I will teach you that. I'm going to do it lying down. So I do recommend if you have a pillow or something comfortable to lie on. You can even have two pillows, one under your head and one under your legs, to support that natural curvature of your spine. All right, so I'm going to bring the microphone with me. And I'm going to scoot back. Okay, so again, you can start off seated or lying down. I'm going to do it lying down. And when you lie down, have your one hand on your chest and one on your lower stomach. We're going to try to breathe a little bit deeper into our diaphragm. So go ahead and get nice and comfy. I actually have this little roller I'm going to stick underneath of my knees for that natural curvature of my spine here. So you want to get nice and comfortable. Just make sure you're nice and comfy here. This helps your abdomen, all these muscles here, just to relax so that you're able to get your breath a little bit deeper. So go ahead and get nice and comfortable here. And just with your one hand on your chest and one on your stomach, just begin to observe your breath. Just notice where you might be breathing. I'm noticing I'm breathing a little bit more in my chest than in my stomach at the moment. Doing these live always makes me slightly anxious, so it's normal for my breath to be slightly higher. Also, when we're stressed, we tend to breathe a little bit higher as well in our chest. So what we want is more of that breath into our lower stomach, almost like a baby. So if you've ever watched a baby sleeping, you can see their tummy rising. So what I encourage you to do is begin to close your eyes. Exhale fully, emptying out your lungs. And slowly inhale. And hold slightly at the top, and then exhale. And hold. And just inhale ever so slowly and deeply. And you should feel the hand on your stomach rise. And you don't want to be forcing it. If you feel like you're forcing it, try to get even more comfortable so everything relaxes. It shouldn't be forced. And the key here is a slow inhale. So nice and slow. This allows the air to travel deeper and deeper into your diaphragm, causing your stomach to rise. And just notice your breath and continue breathing a little bit lower and slower here. Relax your face. Relax your jaw. Maybe notice if you have any tension in your body, and as you breathe, allow it to loosen. And just a few more breaths here. All right, very good. Hopefully you feel just a little bit more relaxed. All right, I'm going to remove this from under my legs, still doing that belly breath. Moving that pillow, coming onto the mat. And still keeping our mind connected with that breath. So connecting mind and body. And on an inhale, just lifting the feet high up. You need to bend at the knees and flex your feet. I'm just going to kind of warm up our feet and our ankles here. Inhale, flexing. Exhale, pointing. Just warming up those ankles just a little bit. If you can straighten your legs all the way, it's fine too. And on an exhale, I'm going to bring them down, feet planted. And on an inhale, cross your left leg over your right knee and opening up that hip. And on an inhale, bringing up your right leg, feeling that nice deep stretch here on your left, kind of right underneath your bottom here. If you have any like sciatic nerve pain, this is a really great relaxing exercise. So this shouldn't hurt. So bring your knee as far forward as comfortable for you. So you don't want to be forcing it. This should be just a nice stretch and a nice release here. And just breathing into that side. And make sure your face is nice and relaxed. And then exhale that right leg down, uncross it. Inhaling, bringing right foot over. And then on your next inhale, bringing your left leg up, keeping kind of that foot slightly flexed. And again, feeling that stretch now on your right side. Spend a lot of time sitting, so you might notice this might be slightly painful, but in a good way. And again, on an inhale, bring it a little closer, making that stretch a little deeper, just nice and gently. Still breathing. Good. And on an exhale, go ahead and release. And undo that. Inhale, bring your knees in. Give yourself a nice big hug. And then move your hands underneath of your knees. And we're just going to rock gently on our spine. Just ever so gently, just warming up the back. And just coming up to a seated position. And then what I invite you to do is tuck in your left leg here, nice and open. I want to have this nice and wide. My right leg out. Inhaling both arms up. Feel that stretch. Keep that nice and lengthened. Exhale, left arm down. Inhale, left arm straight, and come on over to your right side. Feeling a nice little side stretch here. Good. Inhale, come up. Exhale, left arm down. Inhale, right arm up. Coming over. Feeling that nice little side body stretch here. We're just going to inhale, come up. Exhale, arms down. You're going to plant your left arm down. So my hand's going to be nice and planted. I'm going to pivot my right foot almost to like that warrior two. So it's kind of slanted here. And on an inhale, I'm going to lift my hips up to the sky for the nice deep stretch here. Bringing my hand over so I'm feeling nice and lengthened here. I'm not collapsing into my shoulder. Inhaling, arm up. It's a nice stretch here. And exhale back down, lowering the hips. Really good. So we're going to switch legs now. My hip cracked. Nice. So I'm tucking my right leg in. Left leg extended. Inhaling both arms up. Feeling that nice extension through the spine. Exhale, right arm down. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, come on over to your right side. So not collapsing in. Nice and gentle. Nice little side body stretch. Inhale, come up. Exhale, right arm down. Left arm down. Inhale up. Exhale to your left side here. Really good. Inhale up. Exhale down. Now I'm going to plant my right hand kind of slightly behind me. I'm going to pivot my left foot. Like I said, like that warrior two. Inhaling, hips up. Nice deep stretch here. As you reach over, feel nice and lengthened here. Nice deep side body stretch. One more inhale. And exhale, come on down. Really good. Okay. And let's bring both our knees in. And I'm going to come on down to all fours here. Okay, so I'm in tabletop position. So what that means is my wrists are in line with my shoulders and my knees are in line with my hips. We're going to do a couple of cat-cows. So on an inhale, lifting the tailbone, dropping the stomach, and the last thing to come up is my head. And then exhaling, tucking the tailbone, vertebrae by vertebrae, until my head drops. We're going to move on the breath. So inhale, tailbone lifts. Stomach drops, and the last thing to come up is my head. Inhale, exhale, moving on the breath, dropping the tailbone. Into that little angry cat here, pushing away from the mat. And exhale. I'm just going to come back to our neutral spine after this. My spine is neutral. And I'm going to drop down to my elbows here. So my elbows are now in line with my shoulders. All right, my knees are still underneath my hips. I'm just going to move my arms just slightly up and open them just a little bit. We're going to go into puppy pose. And we're just going to melt the heart down into the mat. If this feels too tight or you have any impingement on your shoulders, bring the earth to you. So maybe use a pillow to support your chin so you're not going too deep. But just nice and relaxed here. Relax your forehead. If you want, you can bring it to your forehead. Resting on the mat, just getting a nice stretch in your back and in your shoulders. Breathing into that lower belly. Really good. Inhale, coming up. I'm going to bring my arms just a little bit further back in line. And I'm going to scoot my knees back. And I'm just gonna slowly lower down to the ground. Inhaling, pushing away from the mat. Into this kind of, it's called Sphinx pose. So I'm not collapsing into my spine, so I don't want to be overdoing it. So I'm lifting and pushing away from the mat. Nice kind of loose neck here. So we're not crunching the neck up. Should just be looking forward. Maybe find some movement here. And on an exhale, go ahead and lower to your belly, scooting your hands in line with your shoulders, elbows in. Gonna press into the tops of our feet and inhaling, pushing up into baby cobra. Exhale down. This time, take your hands off of the mat and only be lifting with your lower back here. And exhale down, planting the hands, activating the core. We're gonna push up into our tabletop position here. Really good. Go ahead and bring those knees back in line with the hips. So from here, I'm gonna make sure I'm in that tabletop position, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Going to inhale my left leg up and back. Maybe kind of stretch that out here. I'm gonna do a little bit of core here. And inhale that back leg up so my core is nice and strong. I'm not swaying like this. Core is nice and strong here, supporting my leg. If you'd like to make it a little bit more intense, inhale, right arm up. So it's left leg, right arm, gazes down. Maybe feel a little bit of length through the fingertips and the toes, all the way through your body. And then exhaling, arm down. And before you bring that leg down, you're actually going to bring it through to your hands, all the way through like that, in between your hands. What we're going to do here, we're going to plant the right arm in front of the left foot and inhale, left arm up, nice little side body stretch. Little twist here, relaxing the face, be sure to smile. And exhale, hand down. Bringing my hand to the inside of my foot, and I'm going to pivot on my knee, bringing my foot all the way behind. It's in that straight line now. Inhaling, right arm up, opening up the chest. If this is too difficult, come on up to your knee. You just want to be nice and open in the chest here. So we're not collapsing, we're just opening up. Smile, relaxing the face. Inhale, come up. So it's a little bit like a warrior two. You're going to pivot your left foot. Again, almost like that warrior two stance. So it's parallel with the top of my mat. I'm going to kind of fall to my right side, nice and gently, bringing my right arm down. Bringing left arm over and above. Feeling a nice side body stretch. Again, I'm not collapsing in. Feeling nice and lengthened. Really good. Still breathing. Nice and relaxed. And on an inhale, coming on up. I'm going to turn that leg back and bend it. Windmilling, arms down. Pivoting that leg back. And then we're going to straighten the left leg. Feeling a little bit of that nice little stretch here. Our legs. Really good. Inhale, coming forward, planting the hands and stepping the left foot back. Back on our tabletop. Inhaling, right leg back this time. Feeling that little bit of that stretch, that runner's ready, set, go. Inhale, right leg up. Make sure core is strong. Again, we're not sinking. Core is strong here. Gaze is down. Inhale, left arm up. Really try to feel that length. Allow your kind of spine to feel like it's getting nice and pulled in both directions. Feel that energy all the way from the tips of your fingers to your toes. Exhaling, arm down. And then you're going to bring your right leg through this time. Planting left hand. Inhaling, right arm up, opening up, side body, little bit of a twist. Breathing nice and gently here. Smile. Exhale, come on down, bring that arm down. We're gonna plant it in front of the foot, on the side of the foot, pivoting on my knee, bringing that all the way back. Planting right arm, inhaling left arm up, opening up through the side body. Again, if that's difficult, come on up to your knee. We just don't want to be collapsing in. Inhale, come on up. Good. Go ahead and pivot that leg. So you're going to pivot to that warrior two. Gently fall to your right side here. Inhaling, arm over. Or left side here. Feel that nice side body stretch from your hip all the way up and around. Remember, we're not collapsing in. We're really pushing up and away and open. Really good. Breathe. And on an inhale, peel yourself up. Coming up with your arms. Pivoting that foot back. Your knee is bent. Pivoting the back leg. Bringing it to a low lunge. Exhaling, arms down. And then pushing that hip backwards. Really feeling that nice stretch here. Oof, I'm really tight today. Smile. Okay. And again, our theme was positive changes. So maybe if you've been doing this with me for a while, go ahead and step that foot back and open up the hips. Push back into child's pose. And just tap into that breath again. Bring your forehead all the way down. Just resting for just a moment. Like I was saying, this theme for today was positive changes and kind of tapping into that inner peace, that peace of mind. So today's practice is just nice and gentle. And on an inhale, come on back up. Bring your knees back to center line, tucking the toes and lifting the hips all the way up to the sky. Downward facing dog. Inch forward. Just pedaling out the feet here, pressing away from the mat. Maybe do a couple of yeses and nos with your head, making sure your neck is nice and relaxed. All right. Working out all the kinks here. And with your gaze in between your hands, you can either jump or step or slowly walk up in between your hands, staying hinged at the hips, allowing yourself just to kind of melt and fall forward. And it's like a rag doll. If you want, you can grab your arms and kind of sway side to side. Go ahead and release. And on an inhale, halfway up, flat back. Exhale all the way down. And this time, vertebrae by vertebrae, peel yourself up nice and slow. Rolling the shoulders back. Just kind of checking in our mountain pose, maybe swaying side to side. Just checking in with our breath again. We're going to go through 2 sun salutations. So really warm up the body. We'll do them nice and gentle and on the breath, on each movement with the breath. All right, and you're standing at the top of your mat, feet firmly planted, about a little less than hip width apart. Nice and firm here. Kind of checking into that strength of that stance. Feeling all 4 corners of your feet on the mat. And on an inhale, raising arms up. Exhaling, hinging at the hips, swan diving forward. Inhale, halfway up. Flat back. Exhale down, planting the hands. You can jump or step back to plank. There's always the option to come to your knees. From plank, hold that for just a breath. Tucking the elbows in, make sure elbows stay in. Lowering down. Inhaling up, cobra. Exhale down. Inhale, activating the core, pushing up, tucking the toes, lifting the hips up into the sky. Pedaling at the feet, down dog. With your gaze between your hands, you can either jump or just slowly walk forward. Staying hinged at the hips. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. And inhale, rise all the way up to your mountain pose. Exhale, bringing hands to center. Really good. Checking with that breath before we move through a flow again. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale down. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen through the spine. Exhale down, planting the hands, jump or gently walk back to plank. And again, option to go to your knees. Lowering down. Pressing into the tops of your feet, inhaling up. Exhale down. Inhale, flat back, tucking the toes, lifting the hips. Pedaling out the feet, down dog. And this time, inhaling left leg up into the sky. Three-legged dog, really good. And then inhaling, and on an exhale, bringing that in between our hands. Option to come to your knee. Making sure that leg is firmly planted, your left leg's firmly planted. Inhaling, rising up. Whoops, there's my balance a little. Really good. So arms are up. I'm going to make sure your core is nice and strong here. So we're just going to play with our arms just a little bit. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, kind of opening up to those goddess arms. So my shoulders are kind of pressing back. Almost as if I had like a little pen between my shoulder blades. Exhale, closing, bringing my palms in front of my face. Inhale, opening. Exhale, closing. And one more inhale, open. Exhale, close. Really make sure that core is nice and strong. Inhale, bringing the arms all the way up. Exhaling, down, planting the hands, stepping back into downward facing dog. Option to do another flow or to just stay here. So I'm going to go to my plank, lowering down. Inhaling up. Exhale down. Inhaling, tabletop, tucking toes, down dog. Nice. All right, now for right leg. Inhale, right leg up. Three-legged dog. Exhale. Inhale. And on the exhale, bringing that in between my hands. Again, option to go to your knee. If not, make sure your right foot is nice and firmly planted as you push away from the ground, rising up. So we're going to do the same thing on this side. Hands are up. And then exhaling and opening up. Again, making sure you're nice and strong here. Exhale, close. So palms are facing my face. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Make sure your face is nice and relaxed. Smile when you open your arms. And exhale, close. And last one, open. Reaching up. And exhaling down. This time we're just going to pop that left leg forward. Just hopping forward. Good, and bend at the hips here. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale down, release. And then just ever so slowly rolling up to mountain. Okay. And from mountain pose, the best transition, but I do invite you to just open your legs just a little bit wider, just heel toe them open, almost as if you were going to go into warrior two. So they're just nice and open. My feet are parallel to the sides of the mat. Inhaling, really lengthening, making sure my knees aren't locked, so they have a slight bend to them. And on an exhale, just hinging ever so gently forward. Feeling that nice length, almost as if you had a teacup on your neck. Inhaling, coming up, keeping your back nice and strong, your core strong. Bringing hands to hips, because we're going to go all the way down. Keeping this nice and lengthened. Exhaling, all the way down, bringing hands to the mat. If this is as far as you go, then you just stay right here. Just allow your head to fall. Feel that nice stretch in your back legs. Allow the kind of blood to flow. And kind of play with it a little bit. So you want to move your hands back, just nice and gently here. If you want, you can try to come down a little bit further. I'm feeling awfully tight today, so I'm going to honor my body at the moment and not force it. If you want to play a little bit more, come on over to your right leg. A little bit of a stretch. And kind of moving over to your left side, a little bit of a stretch, allowing that tiny little twist. And then kind of coming back to the middle, kind of pressing away from the mat. I'm going to bring my left hand kind of in line with my nose. And inhaling, opening up, bringing my right arm up. Breathing. And exhale, bring that arm down. Exchange them, inhaling, left arm up. And exhale down. Really good. Bringing hands back to hips, engaging that core, pressing into the feet, and inhaling all the way up. Really good. Okay. So we're going to heel toe it with toes pointing out. We're just going to kind of bend at the knees and sitting back. Feeling that a little bit in our glutes. Really good. Inhale, come on out. Exhale to our goddess arms. Leaving head lifted. Really good. Inhale, come on out, straight up. Exhale, come on down. We're going to kind of do that same movement we were doing in our lunge. So exhale to close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Really feeling our legs, how strong our legs are. Open, smile, close, and smile. Really good. And go ahead and release. And bring arms down. Really good. And heel toe it together. Back to our mountain pose. So we're just going to do just a really gentle balance pose. I usually have you do a little bit of a flow, but today we're going to just keep it really gentle and just a little bit of play. Making sure you're nice and planted through your right leg, nice and firm. Just kind of shift the weight to that. See how that feels, okay? And on an inhale, lifting the left leg, core strong. So if you just want to play right here, that's perfectly fine. Or you can just kind of bend at the knee, maybe bring it all the way up. Nice gentle stretch. Maybe you even kind of open up the hip. Really nice and strong. And closing that, just kind of playing with this balance just a little bit. And exhaling down. Really good. And left foot kind of opening up the toes. Spreading the toes across the mat and allowing your weight to shift. Just back so you can see my face. And inhaling, right leg up, making sure your core is nice and strong. So if you just want to play with this, that's perfectly fine. If you want to hold on to something as you play with your balance, inhale, right leg up. If you want, you can bring it up even further. Give it a nice little pull, nice little stretch here. And then exhale to open. Just relaxing. Going to this positive change. So maybe if you've been doing this with me for a while, maybe you're noticing that your balance is improving. Maybe you're noticing your flexibility is improving. It's all positive, beautiful changes. So I'm going to make my way back to the top of my mat just for a nice gentle flow. Inhaling both arms up. Exhale, forward fold, just nice and gentle. Inhale, halfway up, flat back. Exhale, fold. Jump or step your feet back to plank. Or again, onto your knees is fine. Just going to hold this for 2 breaths. So if you want, you can rock on your toes. Make sure that core is nice and strong. So we lower down, elbows in. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Inhale, pushing back, tucking toes. Pushing back into downward dog. Check my watch. All right, really good. And go ahead and on an exhale, lower to your knees. Kind of coming back on our knees. Just going to do 2 more little stretches here. On an inhale, see if you can kind of come onto your toes just to stretch your ankles just ever so gently. Inhaling and releasing. Go ahead and come on out of that. And on an inhale, I'm going to lift up. Feeling that nice and gentle. Inhaling both arms up. Exhale, arms down. I'm going to link my arms behind my back, rolling my shoulders, opening up my chest. And from here, I'm actually going to hinge at my hips, bringing my head all the way to the mat, nice and gentle. Bringing my head all the way to the mat. I'm pulling up from my arms so I'm not compressing my neck here. Deep breaths. Relax your face. Relax your forehead. Just a nice, gentle. Just going to be here one more breath. If you need, you can tuck your toes if you need extra stability. And inhale, pulling yourself up by your arms. Coming all the way back up. And tucking the toes. Exhale down. Maybe opening up the knees and pressing back into child's pose. You feel a little bit of movement in your spine. Inhale, coming up. So I'm just going to kind of bring my legs to my side. It's going to come to my bottom. Swoosh my legs around, or I'm going to go this way so you can still hear me because my mic's here. I'm just going to come to my bottom. I'm just going to lower down vertebrae by vertebrae. Really good. I'm going to bring my my heel close to my bottom, almost touching my fingers. And I'm going to imagine as if there's a block, or even you can place something in between your legs if you'd like. So you want to make sure this is, actually, I'll just keep it there anyways for demonstration. So you kind of want to be pushing into something if you'd like to keep it nice and active so your legs don't, your knees don't open. So on an inhale, you can kind of do this palms up if you'd like. You're just going to lift your hips, pushing up to the sky, lifting chest to chin, chin to the sky. Exhale down, bringing bottom back down, my back as well. Inhaling, lifting hips, lifting chest to chin, chin to sky. Inhale, kind of relaxing here. And then exhale down. Really good. And just one more here. Inhaling, lifting the hips, lifting the chest. And then if you want, you can actually bring your shoulders slightly under and interlock your hands underneath. Looking up and just breathing nice and deep. That belly breath. Relaxing the face. Really good. And unlock the arms. Kind of bring your shoulders out. And slowly lower down. And remove that. Good. And on a counter pose, bringing knees to forehead. And forehead to knees, just kind of a little hug here. Exhale, release. We're going to check on that pose we did in the beginning. So I'm going to cross my right foot over my knee here on my left. Inhaling, left leg up. I'm going to grab my thigh here. Inhaling, seeing if I can go a little bit deeper than I did in the beginning. Just breathing gently. Exhaling down, releasing, uncrossing, going to the other side, crossing my left over my right. Inhaling up. And my hands are interlaced between or behind my leg. Just breathing and relaxing. See if you can go a little bit deeper, nice and gently. Really breathing into that side here. Really good. Exhale and release. Really good. Inhaling, knees to chest, opening up your arms to a T. And then let's let our legs drop to our left side, looking over our right shoulder. A nice gentle twist. Inhale to center. Exhale, dropping the knees to the right side, looking over left shoulder. Really good. And inhale to center. Maybe bringing hands in between the legs, grabbing the outside of my feet to happy baby. Gentle rocking. Here's some movement here. And then go ahead and release. Going into our Savasana. Maybe moving that breath again back into your belly. And I invite you to close your eyes so your legs are spread and your arms are spread so they're not touching. And close your eyes. Tap into that breath. And begin to relax your feet. Relax your ankles. Relax your shins and the back of your legs. Relax your thighs. Relax your bottom. Relax your hips. And just melt into the mat. Just melt ever so gently into the mat. Relax your stomach. Relax your lower back, your mid back, and your upper back. Relax your abdomen and your chest. Relax your shoulders. Relax all the way down your arms, your elbows, to your wrists, and down each finger. Just melt into the mat. Relaxing your shoulders to your neck and your throat. Relaxing your jaw. Relaxing your cheeks and your eyes. Relaxing the back of your head, the top of your head and your forehead. Just melting ever so gently into the mat. Just melting into the mat, releasing all tension. Continue to focus on that breath. Bring a little lower into your tummy. Really good. Now begin to slowly come back and to wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers. You kind of bounce yourself with your heels, moving your body. Slowly coming back. Inhaling, knees up, giving yourself a little bit of a hug. And now allowing yourself just to kind of fall to one side. It's nice and gentle. And on an inhale, just gently begin to peel off of the floor and coming into a nice seated position. I'm going to move to the last part here. And I invite you to get into a nice comfortable seated position, or you can move back into Savasana. So if you'd like to be seated on a couch or a chair, place your feet on the ground. Or if you're in a comfortable seated position, either you can sit on a pillow or not. Now palms up or palms down, whatever's most comfortable for you. And I invite you to close your eyes and just begin to notice your breath. Just noticing that gentle inhale and exhale. And I invite you to imagine as if you're a tiny person standing on the tip of your nose, just looking out at the world. And on an inhale, you move up slightly forward in between your eyebrows. And on another inhale, you move up to the top of your head. And just looking out at the world. And on another inhale, you drop inside your mind. And on another inhale, you drop inside your throat. And on another inhale, you drop inside of your heart. And I invite you to just begin to breathe a little bit deeper and slower. And imagine as if you are breathing through your heart center, as if you're breathing through the middle of your chest. Just allowing that breath to go a little slower and a little deeper. And now I invite you to activate a positive, loving memory. Perhaps it's when you hold your children or your baby. Or perhaps it's when you give your partner or your parents a really big hug. Just really feel that embrace, that loving, warm hug. And allow that love to continue to spread through your body. Perhaps you imagine it as the color gold. And allow that love to spread down into your hips and into your legs and all the way to your toes. And allow that love to travel up into your shoulders and down your arms into your hands and up into your neck and into your mind. Just continue to allow that love, that warm embrace, just to continue to spread through your body until it gets really strong. It's so strong that then you push it outside of your body. It's now surrounding your whole body, almost as if you're in this little snow globe. You're in this gold, liquid, warm blanket all around you. And then begin to push that even further out until it fills the whole room. Allow your love to fill the whole room. And perhaps there's someone else in the room with you, and you blanket them in your love, in this gold blanket. And then begin to push it even further throughout your whole home. And this love fills every nook and cranny of your home, filling your whole house with love. And then push it even further out and above your home, to your neighbors. And keep pushing it even further till your whole neighborhood is wrapped in this love, in this gold, warm, liquid blanket. And keep pushing it even further out until it covers your whole city. And then push it even further out until it covers your whole state. And push it even further until it covers your whole country. Your whole country is covered in your love, in this warm liquid blanket, this warm loving energy, just surrounding, protecting and loving. And now push it even further to neighboring countries. And push it even further to more and more neighboring countries. Keep pressing it more and more and more out until it covers all the land and all of the ocean and the waters and the lakes. Your love is surrounding the whole planet. All of Earth is wrapped in your love, in this gold, liquidy blanket. You can see that the Earth is wrapped in your blanket, as if you're in space looking down at it in this gold ball. And perhaps you feel the warmth of the sun behind you on your neck. Feel its warm rays on you. And perhaps you see a star up in the distance, the most beautiful, bright star you've ever seen. Go ahead and pick that star and hold it close to your heart. Just hold it close, knowing that it's filled with so much love for you, so much love and compassion and peace. And hold that tight as you just begin to descend back down, coming back down into Earth, back over your country, back over your state, back over your city and your town and your neighborhood and your home, back into your room, and then back into your body, still holding that star. And holding that star, knowing it holds all this love and compassion and peace and happiness. Just press it into your heart, allowing that love to spread through you, allowing it to flow through your body, feeling that peace and that compassion and that love. Take a deep inhale. And on your next inhale, just begin to slowly bat your eyelashes and come back into the room. Really good. May you always have may you always have peace of mind. May you always speak your truth. And may you always carry love in your heart. Namaste. And for the time being, namaste at home. Thank you so much for joining. I love doing this. I do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the same time. So that's 5 p.m. over here, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard, and then 8 a.m. Pacific. If you'd like to join, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can get the little reminders for the already scheduled classes. So that might be the easiest way. My YouTube is no longer private, so it's public. So please feel free to share the links with other people you think might be interested. Oh, hey, Debbie. Hi, you're a fantastic instructor. Oh, thanks so much. I'm so glad you enjoyed that. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys could join. Gloria, Casey, Debbie, and anybody else that was new. I think I know my parents are on. I know Uli's on with Helen. Hi, hope you guys enjoyed it. Today I tried to keep really nice and calm with our intention of I am in the process of positive change. Just kind of going through that nice and peacefully, mindfully, and with that deeper calming breath. So Casey says, thank again. You're awesome. Thanks, Casey. You're really sweet. If you guys like that, and if you'd like to join, I look forward to seeing you again on Friday. And this was really fun. And I hope you feel really good. And I hope this leaves you feeling nice and positive to go in through your day and for the rest of the week. Gloria says, namaste. What a beautiful, gentle flow. Oh, you're welcome. Hi, thanks so much. Oh, you're welcome. Jen, great flat class. Val, enjoyed joining you today. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You guys must both be new. Thank you for joining. I hope you like that. And feel free to watch any of the old videos or also join us again on Friday. Again, I love doing this live just so you know that we're all in this together and we're all doing this together at the same time in different parts of the world. I'm here in Germany. My parents are in the States. I have all my family in the States as well. Tori, thank you. That was great for today. Oh, you're welcome, hun. That's my cousin. Well, I hope to see you guys again on Friday. Wonderful. Namaste and have a great day. Bye.